Alright, so we're finally back again for the third session of our newer campaign. So far, um, well, last time specifically, the party spoke with the speaker of the town, named Leonard Fellbottom, regarding the location and rescue of his daughter Sarah. After learning about the annual abduction of children from this village and the inability to ever locate them, the party decided to set out to kind of rescue her and see what's going on and see what they can do about that whole situation. You guys traveled for a few days. You survived a pretty not too scary panther attack the first night. You guys made your way through a waterfall, known to you guys as the Tears of the Nine Hells. You investigated it and learned of a hidden entrance that was behind it. You pushed on through the entrance into a darkened tunnel system. And during the exploration of this system, you discovered a few different rooms full of bodies and bones, many aggressive spiders, a bridge trap, as well as a couple other less than less than great findings. Um, you all discovered an altar. In doing some detailed investigation, you found a secret passageway in which Kaishar heard a being calling out to Lulth in Abyssal. Following that voice, you guys found Sarah on death's door, lying on top of another altar, and you were promptly attacked by a grell, a floating brain with tentacles, spiked legs, and a bird beak. Upon successful slaying of this grell, you all rested to recover from that pretty arduous fight, as well as helping Sarah recover enough to travel. You guys took her back to her father in the main town, where you were rewarded with gold, a drift globe, and food and shelter. Um, and upon that, you guys spent the night once again in this town, whose name I'm currently blanking on because it's been a month. But 1 second, and I will tell you what the name of this town is, because I also need to know for my own self. You guys are in the town of Sanwa. That is where you are. Sanwa.
Right, of course.
Sanwa. So, you guys did find yourself to be a little bit stronger than what you were times before, as you all leveled up to level 3. As you,
We fighting a Tarask?
yes, you are. Just you in particular. And was
I was gonna say.
and was I not wrong in exactly what Alex was gonna do?
You were fucking spot on.
I know I was spot on because I know him too
Par for the
fucking
course.
well.
Could
And
not have planned it better. I feel like Victor texted him like, "Hey, jump in now."
anyway, so as you guys are finding yourself to waking in the morning, um, Kaishar, you you don't quite awake. You find yourself in this this scene. Um, you open your eyes and you look around, and you're used to darkness. You're used to things that aren't necessarily well lit, especially for the past couple of days. For the adventuring that you guys have been doing the um, for the well fighting and combating that you guys have been doing, you've been finding yourself in some less than savory positions. But you, this darkness that you find yourself in, it's different. It's cold. It's bleak. And you hear voices. Um, you hear this deep, haunting chanting of voices that, as you listen in the darkness, you realize that they're actually calling out in a language that you don't frequently speak, but due to the effects of some of your spells and the magic that you do have access to, it's a language that you understand. You can't quite pinpoint what the language is, but you hear these voices chanting over and over in somewhat of what seems like a child's nursery rhyme, and you hear the following over and over. In Shar's domain of night I rest, so dreams may show me how I'm blessed. If screams of terror break my sleep, then Dendar sunk her fangs too deep. You hear this over and over and over again. As you focus on this and really start to listen, you feel you start to feel an overwhelmingly oppressive presence. And as you look around, you notice scales. Hundreds and hundreds of feet of scales. Blue, black, perfectly shaped scales attached to the most gargantuan body that you have ever seen. And they seem to, as you train your eye on where they come from, you can kind of see that they flow out away from you deeper into the darkness. What do you do?
Okay, first thing I do is, just in case, I'm going to cast my Comprehend Language spell.
Okay. You feel as you go to cast the spell, you don't feel like any magic is exerted from your body, but you do feel that you can understand a little more. The voices that you were hearing, you can now recognize the language as abyssal. So you now know even more specifically what they are saying, and you hear that nursery rhyme chant clearer than moments ago, and you know it to be abyssal.
And then, so I can see these scales. Can I see any of my comrades?
Nope, it's just you.
None of them.
Just you.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. I guess the first thing I would do is I would call out at the top of my lungs to see if anyone can respond to me. If anyone hears me.
As you call out, you don't hear any voice that you know respond. You hear the chanting over and over, and you hear a distant hissing sound, but you can't quite place it.
Okay. And I can see like some sort. You said some sort of like almost like a tunnel, like where the scales are leading to.
Yeah, the scales seem to be leading off kind of in a general direction in the darkness ahead of you somewhere.
Okay, so I follow cautiously.
Okay.
Step by step.
As you follow these scales, you hear this hiss getting louder and louder. And after you walk about 200 feet, you start to see something. You see eyes. Two huge yellow eyes. And a maw easily 3 times the size of the tavern that you fell asleep in. Filled with 4 gargantuan fangs. Bones of what you assume to be previous victims. And the longest tongue that you have ever seen just flicking in the air, sending spittle raining down upon you. What do you do?
I jump back out of the range of the spittle and draw my daggers out of caution.
Okay.
And then I try to ask the creature what it wants.
What do you say specifically?
Why do you call to me?
Is it not you that calls to me every time you use my power?
Oh, okay. So, what power are you willing to give?
You hear the hissing grow a little louder, and then you don't hear the voice, but you have this. You hear the voice inside the back of your skull rather than outward, like they're speaking specifically at you. You hear it like it's your own thought, but you recognize it not to be your thought. And it says to you, the thought that you receive is that of, I'm granting you more and more power every day. You're stronger today than you were yesterday, are you not?
Yes. This is working well for both of us.
And you hear this weird, almost snake-like laugh kind of fill this darkness. And you see that the two giant eyes close and very quickly open, and the whole room flashes almost with this like ethereal green color, and you see that this snake is easily 500 feet long, standing above you, probably 150 feet high. Its eyes are absolutely ginormous, and it's almost like a lightning flash went off in here to make, or lightning bolt hit to make the green light appear. And as this snake looks down on you, you wake up covered, soaked in a cold, 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 cold sweat. And as you guys awake for the day, you make your way um, down to
I
the.
slept great.
Yeah, everyone else slept fine. You all feel very well rested. You make your way down to the main dining area of this tavern. Excuse me. Um, the uh, the Drowned Tusk, as you remember it to be called, operated by a human man named Jimbo Havertschmidt. And as he is seemingly getting some meals ready and drinks ready for patrons first thing in the morning, what do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna order a large tankard of ale. I'm gonna
Mhm.
flirt with the barkeeper.
Okay, do it.
Hello, good sir. I'll take your finest ale. What strapping forearms you have.
Mm, yes, they're very good for sliding ales down the bar, and he slides you a giant ale right down the bar.
Very dexterous. I wonder what else you can do.
Go
with
ahead
this
and
ale.
make a dexterity saving throw to see if you can stop it and catch it without letting it just spill everywhere.
I'm now
Okay.
imagining Tom Cruise and cocktails, just dexterity throw after
Exactly. That's
dexterity.
exactly what I imagined.
Crap, where do I go to make the dexterity?
If you go to your character sheet, it
Uh-huh.
should actually be in that. So where your main box is in the middle with like acrobatics and all those skills,
Uh-huh.
the first big box to the left of that, you see saving throws. There should be one
Oh,
that
okay.
says, yep,
Plus
that one.
dex. Yeah,
Yep.
I see it. Okay.
Yep. And you can just click on that and it will roll for you. 12. So you you stop it with your hand. Some of the ale spills out over the backside of your hand and kind of onto the bar, but not too much. Maybe like 3 or 4 ounces, not even that, like 3 or 4 milliliters tops. So your hand got a little wet, but you didn't drop the beer or break it or anything. And he just kind of smirks and
Oh,
chuckles
cool.
to himself.
So I'm gonna lick the ale off the back of my hand while staring at him in the eyes. Deeply.
You see him just kind of go, "Ugh," just kind of shudder a little bit and
Flinch.
just kind of kind of turns a little creeped out, but at the same time, you know, he's not actually. He is just a commoner, so he just has +0. So I'm gonna just roll straight d20. 17. He knows what you're trying to do. You can tell that he's not necessarily interested in what you're offering, but he's not like getting upset and objecting to it. He just doesn't seem to show the same kind of interest that you are currently showing, whether that be true or not. So, what are the rest of you guys doing as you come down this morning? You see your magical friend hitting on the bartender? Maybe? You don't know. You don't know what's going on.
I'll just shake my head and chuckle and just walk around.
Okay.
Gonna ask him
Worst wingman
how
ever.
big his bottomless breadstick is.
He just looks at you and just shakes his head like, it's over there. You can see, and you see hanging behind the bar is this great sword that is, well, it's a great sword, the size of a great sword. So it's a solid, like, from tip to hilt, probably like 4.5, 5 feet long, maybe a little bit bigger. Because he's just a regular human. He's not a super jack dude. He may have been bigger in his heyday, but he's in his late 40s, early 50s now. So, I mean, he could wield a
Those
great
strapping
sword, but
forearms, though.
he does have really strong forearms. They're
Oh,
big.
he got him.
They're like Popeye almost. Not quite full of tumors, but you don't really know. So,
Just his he was actually a triplet. Those
Mhm.
are just his dead sibling fetuses.
Ooh, gross. But yes, maybe. Anything else you want to do first thing in the morning?
I'll share an ale with
Okay. Okay.
my comrade.
He slides you an ale as well, and then looks over to the not quite human looking figure who has like different pieces of wood and metals and grasses and stuff on them. And looks over at you, Neo, and goes, "What can I get you? What do you need?"
I don't suppose you have any. Well, I guess I'll have what everybody else is having.
Okay, so he just gives every single person in your party an ale. Um, and as you guys, he looks at you and goes, "You guys want breakfast too, or just ale?"
Food would be nice. I don't know if we're going to be doing any adventuring, but it's always good to eat first thing in the morning.
All right, I'll get right on it. And he, hmm,
What pasta options do you have?
we don't do pasta for breakfast, only for dinner. And we're more of a gnocchi town here than a pasta bar.
I can respect that.
Good. And he goes into the back, and you hear the clanging of like metal pots and pans and all kinds of other shit. You hear him curse a couple times as he drops something on the ground, and you imagine he may have dropped something on his foot, but you're not quite sure. You hear a smashing of a glass a couple times, and he comes out, and the breakfast he has made for y'all is not the prettiest. It looks like he had a really hard time boiling water for oatmeal and making bacon. So you have like a big family size pot of oatmeal and like 4 dozen strips of bacon that he made. So that's what he made you for breakfast: oatmeal and bacon.
And you expect us to pay full price for this?
No, 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 no. It's on the house today. For what you did for the speaker yesterday, it's on the house. As were your rooms.
Does it look like fully cooked / edible?
Roll a survival check.
Okay.
I want to know what else is on the house we did yesterday.
You remember from speaking or from meeting with the speaker that your stay and meals in the town for the next 3 to 5 days, depending on what jobs you may or may not need to do and what holds you there, will be covered.
I
So-
meant that more as like an aggressively
Oh, that's
flirty.
not bad.
Oh,
the
to
barkeep.
back to the barkeep. And he goes, "Oh, I mean, just sleeping and food from my perspective. But if you want more, you have to go talk to the speaker. You know, the guy whose daughter you saved. Yeah, that guy. Go talk to him, Leonard. Fucking Leonard. Yeah, he cost me all this goddamn money all the fucking time. I fucking hate Leonard." At 11, you see that the bacon looks pretty cooked. You don't think you'll get sick if you eat it. It looks like you've probably, based on what it looks like, you've probably eaten worse. So,
Chow down, baby.
as you guys are chowing down, ailing up, go ahead and everybody roll a perception check, please. Oh yeah, I guess I can put you guys in the actual town. Beep boop.
You said a perception?
Yes, sir. Cool. Okay. So as Neo and Oliver are just chowing down hard into this oatmeal and this bacon, Kaishar, you kind of notice a little bit, but you're more focused on kind of thinking about the vision, the dream, the whatever it may have been that you experienced as you slept last night. So you're kind of paying attention, and you know that there are people coming in and out of the tavern. It is morning. It's a little busy. Not the busiest it's been, but you notice just in passing there are people coming in and out. But Golos, you overhear people talking about the festival that's happening today to celebrate the return of the speaker's daughter, and that the curse might have actually been broken because you've been able to they've returned. The missing child has returned, and that there are due to be some guests of honor in today's festival. And then the people that are saying this, you notice that they go and they sit down and they kind of wave over the barkeep, and they order some food, some breakfast, and some drinks from him. And you see Jimbo walk back and forth, not necessarily happy about it because it's early, but that's his job, so that's where he is.
Can we ask Jimbo why he's so upset?
You can.
Well, I asked Jimbo why is he so upset.
Cause I gotta provide ale for this stupid impromptu festival that's to honor you fucks. You guys had to go and save Leonard's dumb daughter who got herself kidnapped again. But now apparently we're throwing a festival to honor you 4, 5, however many of you there are. I don't even remember anymore. You all look the same to me. But yeah, there's gonna be like carnival games and shit like that, some prizes, I guess, money, I don't know. But I'm expected to provide food and booze for it. More work for me because of your dumbasses, so thanks for that.
Hey man, we didn't ask for a festival.
Well, you got one.
Well, how about you join us in our celebrations? Maybe it'll lift your mood.
Drinking your own product is not a good way to make money.
It is if we buy it.
Are you gonna buy it?
Yeah, I'll pay for it.
Go
Have
ahead.
a shot with
Are
us.
you actually going to buy it, or are you just lying
I'm
to him?
gonna buy him a shot. Yeah, I want to buy him a shot.
Okay, so it's basically, we'll say, it would be a silver for a shot for you and for him.
Done.
Okay, you give him a silver, and he kind of,
Better
He
be
j-
Smirnoff. It better be ice.
he pours you, no, Canadian whiskey.
Bastard.
Yep,
What
pours.
is this, Black Velvet?
It is exactly black velvet. He pours you 2 shots of black velvet, one for you and one for him. He garnishes his with a little bit of lime, though, because he's fancy like that.
What a bitch.
He knows how bad
Cheers.
it is. he's
Quanto,
like,
L'chaim, Zdrovia.
Yep. He just looks at you like, languages, cool. I only speak one. Just said drink and drinks it. Well, that's happening. Are you, the rest of you, are you gonna keep eating, hanging out? What do you guys want to do?
So it sounds like you don't want to distribute your ale. How much are you losing money from the festival? I'm sure that we could find a way to pay you back somehow.
No, I'm not losing money. I just don't want to do it. I'm lazy, if you couldn't tell. I'm actually gonna make a shit ton of money. I just don't want to work hard.
Unfortunate.
I'm losing interest in this guy sexually.
Wait, you were interested sexually in him?
I was trying to. Yeah, didn't you hear my whole thing? Come down, trying to distract myself from my dreams.
You guys
don't
see?
kink shame me, Colin. I'm a changeling. I can have sex with whatever I want.
That is somewhat true. Um, as you guys sit there, Golos, you notice the people that you heard talking about the festival, after they get their breakfast, they just wharf it down and they take off sprinting back outside. You don't know where to, but you assume probably to some festival stuff. But, yeah. So now it's just you
I'm
4
gonna
and the
try to
bartender.
memorize as many details about them as I can
Okay.
to see if I run into them later and like what I can do with them.
Okay. They're basically just 2 not really super memorable human dudes. They look like they're probably in their late 30s, early 40s maybe. They look like they're probably laborers of some kind. Their clothes aren't the best, but they look like they're worn. They're definitely blue collar, like hard-working blue collar looking folks. They might be fishermen, they might be woodsmen. You don't really know, but they look like they definitely work laboriously. They already look dirty, and it's like 7 o'clock in the morning, so they may have not taken a bath, but one's got shaggy brown hair, one's completely bald. The bald guy has a really, really thick black handlebar mustache, and the guy with the shaggy brown hair seems to have some liver spots on his face. He's a little hunched over, maybe about 5'4", 5'5", not a very tall man, maybe like 120, 30 pounds tops. Like I said, his clothes are kind of ragged. The guy who's bald with a thick black handlebar mustache is a little taller. He's like 5'9", 5'10". He looks a little bit more muscular, so you imagine he might be doing more jobs that require physical strength over the other man just because of his size and his stature. He doesn't look like he's in any better health or anything. He just looks like he's probably a stronger guy and has probably been doing harder physical labor for a longer period of time in his life. So nothing too remarkable about either of these guys. Oh. I bet you denote that to your memory banks.
What about my spank bank?
You can put it there too if you want.
Nice.
I ain't gonna shame you. I won't narrate you doing it, but I won't shame you for it. So.
You gotta roll for dexterity.
Constitution. Natural one. Oh no.
Where's this festival taking place?
Right here in the town. It's to honor you guys. Where else would it be? It's gonna be right here. Literally, you walk outside and you'll probably hear the music if you listen.
Are we expected to appear for anything?
I mean, probably. It's probably expected that you would participate in some way. But I don't know. I just work here. And I own it. And I live
Why
here.
are you being such an asshole about this whole thing?
Because I don't want it to happen. I already
Why
told
don't
you.
want it to happen?
Because I'm lazy and it requires more work from me. I like to have easy, predictable days. You guys are taking away
Okay.
the predictability. And I
Hey,
don't like it.
I'll tell you what. We can work the festival, but I want part ownership in the bar.
That's absolutely never going to happen. He outright
What?
I
tells
have
you.
a wife.
He is wearing a ring.
All right, where's his wife?
You don't know if he has a wife. You know he's wearing a ring.
Hey, I want to ask him where his wife is.
Are you gonna fuck his wife, Pete?
I'm gonna try to.
You mean
You've been an
Mary Lynn?
asshole all morning.
Mary Lynn's dead.
Still gonna fuck his wife.
She died years ago, but I can't bring myself to take off this ring. Reminds her of all the good I had in my life.
All right, I want to get the fuck out of this depressing bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Let's go to
gonna
the festival.
go to the festival and leave you to keep working there, good buddy.
Keep
Just know it'll be over before you know.
I'm gonna
Keep-
follow my man. I'm gonna leave a tip, but like nothing good.
Okay.
Like, I want him to know that he chased us off.
I mean, you're getting to stay there basically for free, so he accepts that he's probably chased you off, and at least for a few hours, he's okay with that.
All right, I'm gonna flip a table on my way out the door.
He just looks at you and scowls like fucking rude ass. You're gonna clean that up when you come back.
I will not.
All right. So as you guys make your way outside, you start to see people are gathering, and there seems to be little stalls set up. And you see that the speaker comes over to you guys, Leonard. He goes, "Oh, you've awoken. Great. I have a surprise for you. If you couldn't tell, we're having a festival, and we're throwing it in your honor for saving Sarah. So, I brought in this magician," and he points over across the way, and you see there's this like small gnomish being waving their hands in the air, shouting out words in different languages. Little like arcanic magical symbols are appearing in the air, and you see that they're creating like little portals, and like they're adding flair to things, and they're making stalls appear and disappear. And he says to you, he is in charge of the entertainment, which is what I hope you all will participate in, to show the people of the town that, well, there is still good and hope in this world, and that there are still good people who will help others in need. So I hope that you will be good guests of honor, and you will lead by example and, well, have fun and enjoy your special day. And go talk to him, the gnome. He will point you in the direction of the games and how to play them, and what you'll win if you win. You win stuff. We have prizes for you. Well, and other people too, but you're the guest of honor. You get better prizes.
Why do we have to play games to win stuff? I thought we already did the duty.
You did, but
Save the
this
daughter.
is fun, and you get fun stuff. I mean, if you don't want the gifts, I'll keep them. That's fine.
I've no interest in these childish games.
Oh, and you see his demeanor get real sad real fast. You've offended the mayor.
I walk behind the Lord of Breadsticks.
Okay, what are the rest of you guys doing?
All right, I'm gonna walk up and talk to the mayor. Don't mind my friend here. I think he didn't sleep well. You know, first thing in the morning he had a drink, so I apologize for that. But I'm sure that the other members of my company would be more than willing to play some of your games, and the entertainer sounds lovely. He looks very
She'd probably be in a better mood if you called her by her right gender.
Who are you referring to?
Me, my character's female.
Oh, I think he's talking about the gnome.
Oh,
yeah, talking about the mayor.
my bad.
I didn't even know your character was female, so. Anytime
Yeah.
you change gender or what you look like, Pete, you should describe it so that I know what you look like, or send me a message with what you currently look like.
I haven't changed yet. I started out as female.
Oh, okay. I don't think you told me that, but that's fine. You are a female lady. That is perfectly fine.
I might be drunk.
Okay.
I think I'm female, so I'm female now.
Okay.
I have that ability.
Yeah, you
so
do.
Fuck you guys.
But yeah, whenever you change, if you don't want to outwardly describe it in that moment,
I'll
just
text you.
send me a message, and then that way I can verbalize what you currently look like,
Alright, sounds
because
good.
I need to
I'm
know those
currently-
things. So it's
Currently female, hence me hitting on the male bartender.
that makes a lot more sense now. I
Yes,
was under the
does.
impression you were a man, and I was rolling with it. So
Yeah,
you know,
That explains why I was so
Successful?
unsuccessful.
yeah, that does makes a lot more sense. Now we're all on the same page. Great,
Mhm.
cool.
Alright.
Kaishar is a woman right now.
Moving
Moving on.
forward.
Continue.
anyway.
Continue.
So as I'm talking to the mayor, and yeah, like I said, of course we'd like to play your games. Do you have any ones in particular that you'd like us to partake in?
I have a few that I think you would really, really enjoy. They're very interesting. There's 4 that the gnome was telling me about, and the prizes, they're gonna be fun. They're not like the most expensive things, but they're just like, they're unique, they're a little magical, and they can be helpful, but they're fun. And he's like, come on, come on, come on. Let me direct you to this gnome. And he walks you guys over and waves you up to the gnome, who is 2'8", 3 foot tops, with a top hat, like a magical wizard top hat. And you see he's got this cane, with this weird little, like, almost goblin, like petrified goblin hand on the top of it, and it's emitting some like purple smoke. He says, "Hey, step right up, step right up. I got some games for ya. Y'all ready to play?"
That's on you, Victor.
Sure.
All right. Well, I'm actually moving to the carnival page. So we got 4 games here for you to pick from. It doesn't matter what order you do them in. They're all fun. They all have prizes. Do you want to know about all of them, or you just want to pick 1 to 4 and me tell you about it? What you thinking? Or you just want to pick one out of a hat?
I say let him pick one.
Yeah,
Okay.
they all seem fun.
Somebody either roll me a d4 to pick one out of a hat, or just someone pick a number 1 to 4. 1.
Great.
All right, cool. 1 it is. All right. So as you guys are looking at it, you draw this number out of hat. And he goes, "Alrighty, you guys picked the high striker game. All right, all right, all right. Let me take you to the arena for the high strikes." And you see he starts to use this staff with the goblin, the petrified goblin claw with the purple smoke. He's like drawing in the air, and you see this portal kind of appear. And he steps through it, kind of like one of the portals from Doctor Strange. And he leads you through to. Actually, let me copy some tokens over real fast so you guys have some. Bam, because you have to be able to see. And he takes you through, and you step through to. You're basically floating. You look down and you see this town beneath you, and you're standing in front of this floating boulder. And he says to you, "This game is called the High Striker game. It's all about distance. You gotta hit this boulder, it's a very nice boulder, as far as you can. Now, a couple ways you can do it. You can use this giant hammer right here, bam, for 3 swings, or you can cast 3 casts of whatever spell you want to deal as much damage as you want as long as you hit the boulder, and whoever hits it the furthest wins the prize." And so, mechanically, the way this will work is we'll put you guys into initiative order, and then you get to tell me whether you want to use this hammer, which uses your strength modifier, or to swing at it 3 times, or you can cast 3 spells. Doesn't matter. As long as you have the ability to cast that spell, you will not burn the spell slot for casting it in this game. So if you only have like 1 second level spell slot, for example, you could cast that same spell 3 times, and it will not cost you your spell slot. This is effectively a area where all magic is free to use. Same with swinging. So everybody go ahead and roll initiative. Fun fact, if you click on the token of your person and then go back over to the page where your character sheet is and then press roll, it will automatically add you into the turn order. Fun fact.
Where do I do this again?
Wait, click the token of your person, then what?
So if you click on like Kaishar, for example, and then go over to the D&D Beyond page and click on roll initiative, it will automatically add it and change it and kick it. Wait,
Hey, Win.
Yeah.
Since this is a magic-free area, could I bless everybody?
No, so these are going to be attack spells specifically, and they
Yeah.
only affect the rock. So,
Gotcha.
so, add Kaishar and then Oliver. I have no problem adding you guys manually into.
They only impact Dwayne Johnson.
Right. So, in this, so you guys will go in this order, and you have either 3 swings or 3 casts of magic. And so, I will tell you, if you decide to use the hammer, it will be, it'll just basically be a strength-based attack roll. So a d20 plus your proficiency plus your strength modifier. And then the damage on that will be 2d6 bludgeoning plus your strength modifier, which I will help you with the math on that 3 times. So I assume the only person who's going to be doing that is, well, it'll probably only be 2 of you. I imagine it's probably going to be Oliver and maybe Neo, but we'll see. So, up first, though, is Kaishar. So you have the ability to cast 3 spells. Any spells you want. They can be cantrips. They can be full-on spells. If you cast you can use Hellish Rebuke, for example, because it's a spell and you're not going to be hit. So if you wanted to cast that 3 times, you can. If you want to cast the Eldritch Blast, you can. If you want to use this hammer, you can. But you'll have 3 attacks on this boulder. And this boulder does have an armor class, so you can technically miss it. But if you miss it, you'll do half damage. And the way it will work for distance is whatever your total damage is that you do to it, I will multiply that by 10, and that is how far you have moved this boulder. And then whoever
Okay,
has
so
the
the
most will win.
First thing I'm gonna cast Charm Person on the dwarf.
On the gnome?
Yep, on the gnome.
Okay, you can try. What's the save on that?
No idea.
13 wisdom save? Okay. What are you trying to...
I just want to win him to my side.
Okay. So he is to your side. I think Charm Person allows you to, well, let me see. I'll roll a d20 and he has a +3. 9 plus 3 is 12. Cool. So he's a little charmed.
Cool. Yeah, I just want to look favorably on me for what I'm gonna do moving forward.
Okay, cool.
All right. So I'll hit the boulder with Eldritch Blast,
Okay,
I guess.
go for it. So roll your, yep, so a 14 does hit. So now click the pink Eldritch Blast button.
I'm not seeing pink.
Well, I should just say Eldritch Blast. For me, it's pink. You can probably just click on the actual words Eldritch Blast in your roll, and it should pop damage up.
Does that work?
So it rolled twice. So go on to roll 20, and you can see how it actually says Eldritch Blast on the.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
seeing it. Okay. I'll
Yep.
put the
And so you
first
hit with both of those. So just click it on both of them.
one. Okay.
So 2 and 5. Okay, so that's a total of 7. Okay. So.
Okay, and is that it, or do I have one more?
So you cast 3 spells. We'll say that the charm person affects him for all of you, not just you. So he looks more favorably on all of you.
Okay.
So you can cast Eldritch Blast one more time if you want, or you can cast whatever other spell you want
I'll
to cast.
do Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. So just go ahead. It'll just be so. I think there's a damage roll with that, right? So yeah. So it's a dex save of. It's gonna fail the dex save. So just roll. Yeah, it's gonna fail it. So 17. Okay. So 7 plus 17 is 24. Cool. So I'll roll it. It's got a -2. It's a boulder, so I'm gonna say it's got a -3. 15. Yeah, so it takes full damage. Cool. So it goes 240 feet. That's how far you sent this boulder. You guys see Kashar go and like shoot 2 beams of eldritch energy at this boulder and then blast out fire from themselves. And you see this boulder go a couple hundred feet into the distance. Cool. So right now you are at the top with 240 feet. Oliver Guardsman, how do you wish to attack this this thing? Because you get 3 total attacks against the rock.
Oliver pulls out his giant dead stick sword, his bottomless dead stick sword.
Okay. What's the damage on the dead stick? I think it's like 1d8 or something, because I think it's just a long sword.
Yeah, it's 1d8.
Do you want to use that, or do you want to use the hammer for more damage?
My
Do
penis
I
is
have?
the hammer.
Wait, I have a hammer for more damage.
So there is a hammer that he has available for anyone to use. It does 2d6 plus your strength modifier per hit. So it would do 2d6 plus 3 every hit. And I would just let you roll your longsword hit, and that would, because it's the same thing. It's the same.
Okay.
It's the same modifier. So if you were going to attack it 3 times with your longsword, just roll 3 longsword attacks, and then we'll set up the attack damage rolls,
Okay.
so you can hit them.
All right. So I just hit longsword 3 times.
Yep, just hit it 3 times, and then we'll just modify the damage based on how many times you hit.
Okay. I get into a very samurai stance, and it seems like I'm charging up energy, Dragon Ball Z style. As you hear me very quietly say, "When you're here, you'll family."
All right, 9, 20, and 21. Okay, cool. So 2 of those, you feel that you got a full, solid connection. The first one, you kind of just chink off the side of the edge of it, or whatever sound a broken, half-cracked rock would make, and you just kind of glance off the side of this boulder. But then as you swing around, you catch it 2 times, dead center, almost like Zelda from Breath of the Wild, how you're spinning to attack it. You just kind of miss, and you right in the middle. So basically, what you're gonna roll is, so type this /roll spacebar 5d6 plus 9, and that will be your total damage for this. So 22. Cool. So you launched it 220 feet. As you see, after Kaishar launched the boulder the first time, you see a secondary boulder kind of magically appear in front of you, and you launch it just short of where his landed. You got real unlucky with 2 of those dice rolls. With 2 1s. That's just bad luck. Because if you would have rolled 2s, you would have matched him. All right,
God fucking damn it!
Golos.
It's all good, man. I just need you to be strong when we're actually with.
So Golos, you can either use magic or melee or a combination of whatever you want.
So I guess I'll have to do magic.
Okay.
Let's see, that's 60 feet, that's 120. So I'm gonna do guiding bolt.
Okay. You just can
Now,
do three angle. You can cast them at higher levels. So if you want to cast that at second level, you can do that 3 times. You're not gonna burn any spell slots by doing this.
yeah, so I'll do that 3 times at second level.
Okay. So
But-
roll guiding bolts.
Can I space it out to where when the boulder starts coming down, I zap it again real quick?
Yeah, you can absolutely go 1, 2, and 3.
Sweet.
fine.
So I will do that.
Okay. So just roll 3 guiding bolt at second level attacks, and it should automatically do the damage for you. So
there's
15,
one.
15 hits full on. Okay,
Here
it
is
launches up into the air a
4.
little bit. So 12.
Nice.
That's a natural 1. So you go to hit it, and it just glances off the side, and you'll do half damage because you missed. So that's
Dope.
another 11.
So that's 2, and then 3.
20. That's a lot of damage. 20, 40. So you launch this thing 400 feet.
Ha! Ha! Dope.
I mean, I guess I'm happy for you.
You launched a boulder, guy. Neo, you are up. Do you wish to use magic, or do you wish to use the hammer to try and blast this boulder?
I'm gonna try and use the hammer.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay, so it will be.
And then, from what I'm seeing, this oddly looks like a game in my universe called baseball. Huh.
A little bit. You can.
Anyways,
Yeah, you can just do the same thing. Just roll 3 longsword attacks, and then we'll just do the same thing that we did with Oliver, and we will
Mhm.
do the appropriate damage based on what you hit. I'll just tell you how many d6s to roll, and that will be what you do. So just roll 3 longsword attacks for me, because those use strength. So 18 hits. 8, you only get half, and 12. Let me double check, because I think 12 is the AC I set for it. 12 is the AC, so it's meter beat, so you get full damage on 2 of your attacks. So you will do 5d6 plus 9, just like Oliver. So this is gonna be a straight who hit it further with the hammer. 5d6 plus 9.
all right, 5d6 plus 9. What's the
Slash roll spacebar 5d6 plus 9, or slash R, whichever one you want. I just like roll.
Slash roll
Space 5d6 plus 9. Yep.
plus 9.
25. Cool. So you come in second place, barely, as you hit this boulder just past Kaishar and just past Oliver, but you all kind of fall a little short of how far Golos's magical bolts of radiant energy blast this boulder. And as you complete this game, you see that the gnome magician, who's a little friendlier to you all now, is just giving a round of applause to everyone. He says, "Good job, good job, good job you, good job you, good job you, and good job especially you. You are the winner of this game. Luckily for you, you win this prize, but unluckily for you, you can only win 1 game. So this is the game you happen to win." And he hands over to you an item called the Pipe of Smoke Monsters. So, it's a
Am
little.
I gonna start seeing shit weird?
No, I will.
Let's say I've got a pipe that helps me smoke some monsters.
It's literally this. It's just a little. It's a little minor common magical item. While smoking the pipe, you can use an action to make smoke monsters.
Smoking a pancake.
Makes you a smoky boy. So he leads you guys back through the portal, back to
Flump.
back to the carnival. Yeah, flumps are fun. And he says, All right. One game down. We got 3 games left for you to try out today. Do you want to play the Hungry Hydra game, the pie eating contest, or the bumper cars game? What do you think?
I want to go back to the tavern and get another ale. It's been a rough night.
I mean, you can go back to the tavern if you want. It's only been like 20 minutes since you left the tavern. And you do see that there are, like, people walking by selling foods and drinks. And as they see you, they kind of just walk over and they see that look in your eye and they just hand you a small goblet of ale and just keep walking.
Baller.
Yep, they
Love
just
this place.
give it to you. So he tells you guys he gives you the name of the other three games: the Hungry Hydra game, the pie eating contest, or the bumper cars game. What do you guys think?
I'll leave the decision up to the breadstick man.
I wouldn't mind playing another game.
Okay.
I'm curious about this Hydra game that you mentioned. There is a myth back in my reality that a Hydra is a monster that once you slice its head off, it keeps on coming back. So I feel like we'll have some fun with this game.
You guys want to play the Hungry Hydra game?
Yeah, I'll play the hippo game.
Okay. So he kind of nods and he starts to weave another arcanic portal into the air. And you guys all appear in this new area. You step through and you're on this platform surrounded by a moat on all sides. And you can see across the way there is land surrounding your moat. And then he says to you, All right. Try not to get eaten by the beast when it appears. You all get to compete at one time. Basically, well, in a turn, you gotta take turns. We learned this a long time ago. But you, if you attack it, you can cut off some heads. And the last one to get eaten wins. He goes, but don't worry. You won't really get eaten. You'll just kind of get eaten by like a ghost, and then you'll be fine. But if you take a specific amount of damage, then you get knocked out, I guess, for the purpose of the game. You'll lose, and there can only be one winner. And he looks over at Golos and goes, but it can't be you. But you can still participate and have fun. I highly recommend it. So the way this game works mechanically is you'll be in initiative, and it's basically going to be survival of the fittest. So you'll just each take turns, Hydra included, doing attacks, and then when there's one person left, that person's the winner. And I will tell you if you cut off any heads. I will tell you if they hit you with damage or if they miss you, and then basically once you receive 20 total damage, you're out of the game. So, and that's how that works. So, but yeah, as you guys are standing there, oh no, my thing broke. We're gonna go ahead and toss. You see this guy, this Hydra, climbs out of the ground and moves to the center of the ring. Everybody roll initiative again. He has got a D20 plus 3. He's 10. Cool.
I'm just fumbling these rolls tonight.
It's alright, he's a 10. So.
I mean, I rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2, Kasha. Kasha, 2.
Great.
Oliver Godsman rolled a 19. That's a good roll. Oh, wrong button. Good roll, gentlemen. Good roll. Oh, that's not right, but that is. Cool. All right. So, same thing here. In this one though, whatever spells you expend will disappear for the entirety of this game, but then you get them all back once the game's over. So you don't have unlimited spell slots. You have whatever you have, but then once you come out of the game, any abilities you've used reset. Same with you, Oliver. Anything that's like a short rest for you, like Action Surge or Second Wind, whatever, Second one won't really matter because once you take 20 total damage, you're out. But if you use Action Surge, you'll just get it back automatically once this game's over. So anything you expend in these games, you could just get back. They're like magical demi pockets of.
An action surge gives me what again? It gives me like an
You
additional
get
attack.
one additional action. So right now specifically, you could take one attack. You could try and use an object, or you could try and run more, or stuff like that. But you are up first. So.
All right, and the objective here is to
Just wail on them until someone's back. Someone's alive.
okay.
Last one saying.
I'll probably do that.
Okay.
That extra action.
Okay. So you're gonna just action surge right out the gate. I like it. I like it. So, but you don't have to decide to use it. You don't have to say ahead of time that you're using it. You can decide to use it after you've hit or missed or whatever. It's up to you to use it whenever you want. Yeah. You don't have to say ahead of time.
So do I hit the longsword?
Yep. You would just run up to him with your movement, move your token up to him, and then just roll your longsword on D&D Beyond, and it should automatically roll the attack and the damage. And if you hit him, you hit him. So basically, you're gonna be right there.
Come sprinting at this thing like Leroy Jenkins, and I say, "For the Chain Kingdoms!"
For the Chain Kingdoms. That definitely hits. And then if you click on the longsword, the pink longsword button, and roll 20, it will give you your damage. Do you attack two-handed or one-handed, just out of curiosity? You're not using a shield, right? So it's a two-handed attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So I mean it's the same damage, so it doesn't matter right now. But so you cut off one head.
Fuck yeah.
It currently has like 10 heads.
Do I do the action surge thing? Or,
If you want to attack immediately again, yeah, you can. Alright, so you just get to attack again. 20 for sure hits. Roll your damage again. 7. Okay, so basically, if you're using a sword and you're two-handed wielding it, I will never take the lower of the 2 damage. So if you're like that, you have more for one-handed, I will always take the higher of those 2, because it's not feasible to really do less damage with two-handed, in my mind, even though I know you can. So you do 9 total damage. You cut most of the way through a head, but don't quite sever it from the Hydra's body. So you cut off one head and almost cut through a second.
Damn you.
Golos.
Okay. I will do Guiding Bolt again.
Okay. Do
Or
it.
Actually, hold on. Yeah, I'll do Guiding Bolt. So just roll 1.
If you're doing just first level, just roll it at first level. Otherwise, roll it out second level. Yeah.
I'll do second. What the hell?
Okay.
Noise.
That for sure hits for 13 damage. Okay. You go and you shoot it in one of its many heads, and you shoot this radiant bolt of energy right into its mouth. And you see that it kind of looks at you for a minute, starts to swallow it, thinking it can absorb it, and it just explodes its head off of its neck. Cool.
1 for me. 1 for me.
You see that this thing still has many, many heads. And Oliver, you see where the head that you cut off was, 2 heads regrow in its place. And it looks down at you, and it kind of just scowls, and it moves here. So it has a 10-foot reach, so it can technically reach everybody. So it's going to just take attacks at everyone, because it has many heads, so it can attack every person here. So I'm just going to roll 4 d20s, and they're all plus. Let me see what they're plus. They are plus 4. So it'll just be, we'll go top down to left. So Oliver will be the first attack, Neo, and then Kashar, and then Golos. 4. So, Neo, you got nat 20'd. So a 12 or 14, I think, misses Oliver. A nat
Jesus
20.
heard my mean thoughts.
Nat 20 for sure hits Neo. An 8's gonna miss Kaishar, and I'm pretty sure an 11 misses you, Golos. What's your armor class?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that misses you, Golos. Cool. Great. So it's gonna be It's not that bad. It's gonna be 2d6 plus 3. That's all the damage you'll take here, Neo. So, oh, you get 16 damage. You're almost out of the game. You took 16 out of your possible 20. So,
Down to 4.
you're down to 4. All right, and that's its turn. Neo.
Okay, this that hurt.
Uh-huh.
You need to burn it. Or crush
Yes,
it.
burn it with fire.
What are we gonna do? Firebolt.
Fire.
14. You hit it right in the head that hit you for 2 damage. You kind of singe it a little bit. Anything else you want to do?
I can't attack again, so that'll be it.
You don't have any bonus actions or anything?
Nope.
Okay. Kashar, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
Alright, I'm gonna cast invisibility on our breadstick brother over there.
Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna put this little symbol on it. You're gonna be
I have a nickname.
the
Aw.
breadstick brother. You're gonna have that little symbol on you. So go ahead and post the invisibility spell. I'm pretty sure I know what it does, but
How do I post?
if you just click it, like if you open the spell up, and then there should be like a D&D Beyond button in the top right when you do it, I think.
Yeah, for some reason all my other spells are blue. and this
Oh
one's
yeah,
black.
it's because those are attack spells, and this one is not. This is a utility spell. Let me find it here for you real fast. So, if you click on invisibility, and then see when you click on it, it pops up that second window up on the right side.
Right.
You see how it says
Display in
display in VTT? Yeah, if you click that, or if you click pack slot. Yeah, you can also click the pack slot button, and it will do the same thing. So, but yeah, so basically, you breadstick brethren are invisible, and basically, what that means is it obviously can't see you because you are invisible, but you have attack rolls against the creature, and it has disadvantage. You have advantage against attack rolls against it, meaning you get to roll twice and take the higher of the two, and it would have disadvantage on rolls against you, meaning it would do the same thing, but it would take the lower of the two, basically increasing your chances to hit and decreasing its chances to hit you.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. That all you can do in your turn, Kasha?
Is that all I got?
Unless you have something bonus action wise you can do, I think so.
How would I know if I had a bonus action?
If you are in, so you see how on your main character sheet, besides spells, it says actions.
Yeah.
If you see all the options under it, you see the bonus action button.
Right.
All you have under that is 2-weapon fighting. So basically, if you had 2 daggers equipped and you stabbed him with one, you could stab him with another, but you cast a spell, so you can't do that. So, but yeah, that's your whole turn right now. Cool. Oliver, you are invisible, so any attacks you make against this thing are at advantage, meaning you can just hold shift and click attack and it will roll at advantage, or you can just click it twice and just take the higher of the two
All right.
if you choose to attack.
I will attack, but I will attack with Produce Flame.
Okay, yeah, so you still get advantage on that because it is a attack roll. So you basically just click on the Produce Flame 2 times and then you will take the highest. So roll it again just in case you get a natural 20 and you do more damage. You rolled a 19, which is pretty damn good. Yeah, so you hit him with a 24. So go ahead and hit that Produce Flame damage.
Oh.
2. So you basically throw your flame, you following in suit of what Neo does, and you follow up his firebolt with a little bit of flame, and it singes them as well. And you are no longer invisible because you took an action, and only lasts for. Oh, you could be invisible for up to an hour. That's useful, but it ends once you attack. So you know.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
But it's fine. Golos.
That's not a spicy meatball.
I will cast Toll the Dead on one of the heads.
Okay. So what, wisdom save?
Yes.
Alright, it's this plus 2. 7. It fails. It's gonna
And
be 1d...
it's missing its health, correct?
Yeah, it's 1d12.
Oh, yes!
That's a nice roll. 12. As you see these giant black bells appear around one of the heads of this Hydra, they ring, and you see the shape of the head kind of waves, almost like it's being attacked by sound waves, and then it just explodes, and its eye juices just go everywhere. It is pissed now, real pissed. All of its heads turn and look at you, Golos.
Nice.
4 heads are going to attack you, Golos.
Dope.
So this is a +4, so 6 will miss. Does a 14 hit you?
No.
Does a 15 hit you?
No.
Wow, all 4 of these fucking heads miss you. Okay. Neo.
I'm gonna be yelling, "Get some!" as they all like smash on the ground around me.
Neo, you're up.
All right. All right. So, seeing that this thing, I'm not gonna try fireball again. I'm gonna need to beef it up, and I'm gonna do Tasha's Caustic Brew at level 2.
Okay.
And it's just a stream of acid.
What's this, a deck save?
Yeah, dex save 13. And
15. It passes.
fuck.
It takes half damage, though.
Okay.
It just doesn't get the residual effects of being stuck on it. So whatever you roll for damage is what it'll take right now. It'll take half. It'll take half
a
of that.
creature covered in this acid takes 2d4 acid damage. So
It'll take 3.
Yep.
So it takes 3 damage. Cool. You basically throw acid in its eyes, and it does not look happy with you.
come get me.
Kashar.
Okay, I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast at the nearest head's eye.
All right, go for it.
Chapow.
That misses horribly. With a natural 1, you blast this Eldritch Blast off into the distance.
Yeah, I'm distracted by that dream. I had a rough night of sleep.
All right, Oliver.
Remind me of the objective again. It's to cut off as many heads? Or
It's just to keep
survive?
cutting off heads, and it's mainly to survive. The last person standing is going to be the one who wins the game.
Alright,
If he can hit
uh,
anybody, ever.
I'm not going to let out any more of these queefs. I'm going to keep going with the breadstick then.
Roll your dead stick.
When you're
Blood
here,
in the
your
sticks.
family.
Yep, 18 for short hits for 13 damage. All right, you slice off yet another head. Just
Here, your family.
clean right through it. Golos. What you want to do, Golos?
Golos.
What are you gonna do?
Let's see. So I took no damage. I'm gonna be a dick then. I'm gonna run up and smack it with inflict wounds.
Okay. Do it.
Oh, that's second level. Just
Oh,
to be an asshole.
God. I forgot how broken clerics are at, like, fucking level 3. You get so many good spells at low level. But hey, 13 does... Well, we're just doing it. Yeah, it hits for 17 damage. You blow up one of its heads. You see this... You grab it by the throat, and you see this black necrotic tendrily energy just go through it. And one of its heads just kind of rots away and just dies.
So dope.
It is real mad, so it's going to take 3 attacks at you and 1 attack at Neo. So, the first, here's the one against Neo, +4. Does the 13 hit you, Neo? I don't think a 13 hits Neo's armor class.
No.
Alright, cool. So these next 3 are against you, Golos, because you keep running up in its face and just fucking with it. That's about where you are, too. Really, does a 16 hit?
Nice.
Please do some
No.
damage. I don't want to bring out my longsword.
Really, a 16 doesn't hit you? That's just rude.
It's a 17. Sorry, man.
Oh my god. Alright, you wait until these next 4 are all nat 20, so you just get annihilated.
Just
Neo.
lit up.
Neo, you are up. This Hydra's just rolling piss poor. I'm gonna roll them all individually after this instead of rolling them together. What's gonna happen? Alright,
All right, so I'm up.
that is true. You were up.
All right, so
seeing that I've been doing something's going on with my magic abilities this game, so I'm going to bring out my longsword and go after one of the heads.
Okay. Do it. You won't.
And then my longsword.
I for sure hits for 12 damage. You follow the path of the bottomless dead stick, and you basically are like in sync with your breadstick brethren, and you. He cleaves a head, you cleave a head. Their head right next to you. You guys cleave heads. Kaishar.
With a garlicky finish.
I'm going to follow the lead of my squad mates here. I'm going to pull out my daggers.
Okay.
And I'm just going to jump on the nearest head.
Okay.
And go for what I can reach.
Alright, so since you are holding 2 light weapons, you can attack daggers with your action and your bonus action. So you just get to do 2 dagger attacks.
Yay.
Although your second one will not have your dexterity modifier added to damage, so I'll just mentally take that away because it's stupid.
Okay, so I click it twice.
Yep, just click it 2 times. And then you get to click dagger on both of those.
Right. Alright, here's the first one.
Cool.
Bam.
3, and your second one will just be -1 damage, so you did 5. Cool. You go to stab, and you stab it in the eyes, but the head does not seem to die. Oliver. You hear this voice coming overhead. You recognize it as the gnome. He says, "Ha! Well, you guys are better at this than I thought you would be. Let's turn up the challenge rating a bunch. We're going to add 3 more heads for attacking." And you see him wave his wand, and some of the heads that didn't seem to be attacking before seem to activate.
I'm here. I'm family.
Let me guess. Do they only target me?
He just turned them on. You don't know what they do.
I needed wait here, I'll turn my video on. Oh wait, no, I can't turn my video on. For some reason I don't have a token anymore. Alright. Am I still alive?
It is your turn, yeah. Really, the only person that's taken any damage so far has been Neo, which is wild to me. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell that's happening.
13 damage, you cleave up. You had another head.
When you're here, your motherfucking family.
Golos.
I'm sorry, I'm losing it. Anyways.
Uh-huh.
So for this pipe of smoke animal things,
Uh-huh.
could I target that with thaumaturgy?
It takes an action to make the things appear and an action to cast thaumaturgy, so you could not do that on the same turn.
Bummer.
Now, if you made the smoke animals appear on one turn and then it affected them with thaumaturgy, the next action I would let you do that. But there's no breeze or anything going on, so they would still be there. But if there was like a strong breeze, they would obviously blow away. But there's no breeze or anything that would dissolve them right now.
Gotcha. So with the Hydra, can I smack like just the body of it with blindness and deafness, or do I have to target one head?
You would have to target one head.
Bummer.
But that one head would have disadvantage on attacking you if it was blind.
Sorry, this was the reason for my delay, by the way.
I'll just do a ray of sickness on it then.
Okay, what does that do?
It does this.
Alright, cool. Or he's
And then I'll
poisoned.
smack it with that.
Alright, go ahead and roll a 17 will hit.
I win.
Con save, it's gonna have a plus. It's a pretty beefy boy, so it's a +4 to con. And it just passes with it passes anyway, it rolls a 13 +4, so it's not poisoned, but it does take damage. Cool, one of his heads, you see as you cast this ray at it, it seems to get all green and gross and just explodes off. So now, this thing has 7 attacks with all the heads that just got activated. So we're basically going to do 1 attack on everybody, and then I will just roll a d4 for the last 3 to see who they attack. So we'll just go top to bottom. Oliver, Neo, Kaishar, and then Golos. So the first one against Oliver is +4.
Pray to your gods.
Well, there's your natural 20, +4. Watch me miss every other freaking attack. So what does he do? 1d6. So this is the damage you're gonna take, Oliver. You're gonna take 10 total damage.
Okay.
All right. So against you, Neo, 22 to hit. It's 1d6 plus 3. So if you take, well, you're gonna go out because it's gonna be a minimum of a 1. You take 6
Yeah.
damage. Neo is the first victim. You see the heads chomp down and bite Neo to pieces. And as you see Neo getting ripped apart, you see his like magical form disappear, and he just reappears on this side of the water, perfectly fine,
You're my brother, Neo.
healthy. So I'm gonna go ahead and take.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
So the next attack is against Kaishar. 16. Does that hit you, Kaishar? I think it does.
I don't know how to check that.
So if you look at your sheet, your armor class, which is beside your initiative number, that's the number that something has to hit or has to roll to hit you. So you have a 12. So anything that's a 12 or above would hit you.
Gotcha.
So 16 does hit you. And so
Can I do Hellish Rebuke?
yeah, you can. So
Yeah,
you'll
I can
take
cast that.
you'll take 4 damage, and you can cast Hellish Rebuke, and it's probably gonna fail. Yeah, it's gonna fail.
Don't talk to me now.
It's
Not
good.
that.
It failed. It rolled a 7. So yeah, it definitely fails. So cool. So as it bites down to you, the head that bites you, you blow it apart with fire. Cool. So it takes 15 damage and dies, and you take 4 damage. So you have 16 more left before you are you're out. So now it's gonna be against Golos. There's a 15, which misses. All right. So the other 3 will just be against. Yeah, it's a D3. So actually, I could probably do it this way. Slash R space 1d3. 1 is Golos, 2 is Kalashar, 3 is Oliver. 1, Golos. You get hit again. Maybe. No, you don't. At all. Get hit again. 3. That's a 3. This one's against Oliver.
3 on me.
Yeah, so that one hits you for a 22 to hit, and so you're going to take 5 damage. How much damage have you taken total?
10. So
You're
I'm now
at
at
15.
19.
Okay, you're 19. You're at 15 now?
Yeah.
The 3, it wasn't damage against you. It was just to see who it was going to hit.
Yeah,
So
no,
it's
I had 34, so I took 10 and 5, so I should be at 19.
Oh, yeah. So you're only going to... It'll be 20 total damage before you're knocked out. So... Cool.
Oh.
Yeah. So you've taken 15 total. All right, so this last one, he's going to attack... Let's see who he attacks. R1D3. It's Golos again. Maybe he'll hit him this time. 18 to hit Golos. You're hit this time. And you take 8 damage. Cool.
Rude.
You see the dice. Neo, you're at the side. You can cheer people on. You can't attack the Hydra, but you can cheer them on if you want.
I'm rooting for the breadstick man.
All right.
Ah.
Kaishar, you are up, and you've taken a decent amount of damage. It's your turn.
I'm gonna cast Poison Spray.
Okay.
Sweep the leg, Johnny.
I'm gonna sweep it hard.
It's got to do what? Make a save?
It's Oliver.
Oh, sorry about that.
Con save or 14. Okay. It's plus
It
4.
has many legs. I don't understand
It
the
just
reference.
meets it, so it passes, because 9 plus 4 is 13. 13 is the save, so it meets the save, which means it passes. And Poison Spray, you don't get any additional damage when they save it. You just don't get any damage. So, Oliver.
Well, I'm just gonna make more heads. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yep. Roll damage. Yep.
Ha!
You slice yet another head off.
Oh, yeah.
Golos, you just took a pretty solid bite, but you're good. You're good.
So I'm gonna Guiding Bolt
Okay.
again.
Okay.
And that'll be at first level, unfortunately.
14 hits for
Yeah.
16 damage. You blow up yet another head. All right, cool. So it's has 7 attacks. It's going to attack all of you twice. So we'll start with Golos first. So we'll do your first d20 plus 4. That misses. Second d20 plus 4. That hits you for 1d6 plus 3. So there's 9 more damage. So you've taken what? 17 damage now? I think.
Yeah,
right?
17.
Cool. So the next attack is going to be against Kaishar. That's going to hit, and that's going to hit for 13 damage plus whatever. What did you take last time?
4.
Okay, so you're at 17 total damage. So you can take 4 more damage before you are knocked out. Its next 2 attacks are going to be against Oliver. Both of those are going to miss. For a 6 and a 13, they both miss. And it's just gonna, I'm gonna just roll a d3 and see who it's gonna attack for its 7th attack. 2, Kashar. Unfortunately, you get hit because it's a total of a 15 for 6 more damage. And I think it takes you over the 20 threshold, right?
I think so, yeah.
Kashar, you see him get torn apart, and then she
Oh, I'm a
she
she right now.
she
Thank you.
reappears over to.
Breadstick, bro.
I might start doing this just so I remember to call you by the right pronoun. Like that. So I know what to call you since you changed so much.
That's who I am, all right?
Is who you are.
Don't shame me.
Neo, your turn. You can cheer from the side. Kashar, you can cheer from the side. Oliver, you've seen 2 of your compatriots get demolished. You see that the head that was exploded seems to leave a resounding radiant light left on this body, and so you have your first attack at advantage because of Guiding Bolt, and I forgot to apply that last time. So you get to attack. You get to roll 2 attacks and take the highest of them. Oh yeah, for sure. Natural 20 hits. So you get to roll your longsword damage. And so basically, so I ignore the way that it rolls crits here. So I will take whatever the highest number is, which is 11. And then I do double the dice. So you've actually done, because the way crits go is you roll your normal attack dice, and then whatever you roll for damage, you double the dice, then you add your modifier, and if you highlight over that 11, you rolled an 8. So you get 16 plus 3, so you did 19 damage, damn near cleaving off 2 heads in one swoop.
Any of those, the middle head that maybe would kill the fucker?
You see, every time you cut off a head, 2 more seem to grow in its place. This thing has like 40 heads right now.
Fucking bring it.
Alright, Golos.
You're all gonna miss.
I mean, maybe. There's 7 attacks left between 2 people, so you're both gonna get some attacks against you.
We're gonna get some love. That's what that means.
Uh-huh.
Dexterous as fuck.
Guiding Bolt. Eldritch Blast. Ooh.
Natural
Whoa.
1. I can't give you a hit with a natural 1. You throw this bolt off, and you go to aim at like the center mass of all these heads, and you just somehow manage to miss 40 separate heads.
It splinters at the last moment.
It's gonna go ahead and just take 3 bites right down on top of you, Golos, of its 7. 15, 15, natural 1. They all miss. Great. Oliver.
I fucking told you.
Here's your 3 against Oliver. Does a 17 hit? What's your armor class?
Me?
Your armor class is definitely higher than 8. Your armor class
Tell me that.
should be
I see dexterity,
16.
constitution.
So if you look under walking speed, it says 16. That's what they have to roll to hit you. They have to get a 16 total.
Okay. and
So-
I got a 17.
Yeah, it rolled a 16 and a 17 total. So you'll get 2d6 plus 3. Plus 6. So 14 more damage. I think that takes you out, Oliver. And there's your natural 20 against Golos for 2d6 plus 3. For another 11 damage. So simultaneously, you see both the heads bite down onto Golos and to Oliver, taking you both out of the fight. I'm actually going to bring you all back over here. Effectively ending... Oh shit, wrong button. I did not mean to make you all disappear like that. Effectively ending this game. And you see this gnome reappears and says, "Well, it looks like you guys did alright. You lasted longer than I thought you would. Took 7 heads to take you fuckers out, but whatever, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine." He goes, while you did well, you already won the last game, so you can't win this one right now. So, he looks over at you, Oliver, and says, "Let me present you with the gift. you have a choice. You can either. He holds up 2 wands. He
Heads and 40 heads.
he holds up. I will post them both so you can see what they are. So this is the first wand, the wand of conducting, and then you also get. There's the choice between that and this, the wand of scowls. So you can either get the wand of conducting or the wand of scowls. You can choose whichever one you would like. One, you basically can just force people to scowl for a minute if they fail their charisma save, which I think is funny. Or you can just make orchestral music appear when you wave it, like a sad tuba sound. If you roll, if it gets destroyed, you hear the womp 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 womp.
God, that would have been perfect for this most recent fight.
Right? But you can choose whichever one of those you want, and add that to your inventory, or I can add it to your inventory for you. Do you have a preference of which you would like?
I really want. I think I'm gonna go with the scowl.
Okay.
So that I can like tell a dad joke and then cast this on someone and just watch them scowl.
As long as they fail that charisma save, absolutely 100% all about it. All right, let me add this to your thing. So you now have the wand of scowls in your inventory. It's got 3 charges, and if you use all the charges, and you roll a 1 on the charges, it turns into a wand of smiles, which does the exact opposite. And then if you use all the charges on the wand of smiles and roll a 1, it turns back into a wand of scowls. So basically this wand never gets destroyed. It can just flip between making people sad and making people happy.
It's the actor faces. It's perfect.
It's exactly the actor faces that you can force people to make, which I think is hilarious. All right, so he takes you guys back to the carnival, back to the main carnival. It says, all right. Are you guys hungry, or are you in the mood for some driving?
Driving?
I could eat.
Okay, food it is.
Okay. I don't think I actually put a map in here for this one. I did not, so we will just do it right here. So basically, he takes you guys up to a table. And in this table, there are a bunch of pies. And he sits you all down and says, pick a seat, pick a seat, pick a seat. And he goes, okay, this is the extreme pie eating contest. Pies were made by me, a wild magic sorcerer. Each one, something magical could happen. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen when you eat the pies. Just something's going to happen. And he says, all right, on the count of 3, we're going to start eating these pies. And the last one standing wins a prize. But not you two, because you already won. So really only you two. But everyone's going to play because it's funny. Roll initiative for me for pie eating. Alright.
Damn it.
Nice.
Boom.
Nice, Kashar. Kashar, and then 6. My throat actually hurts from playing this gnome's voice, and the fact that I drank a bunch of rum and ginger beer before it. My throat is tore up right now.
Andy Serkis would be proud.
Right? Victor, roll initiative. Is Victor still there? Victor, where did you go?
Oh.
I mean, I can roll it for him. I just really don't. I don't know where he went.
Wow, you could. Or while we're waiting, you could explain to me why, when I try to stream, I don't get your guys' audio being picked up. It picks up my mic, but it doesn't pick up your.
Do you have your desktop volume on your OBS increased?
I can't access desktop volume. Whenever I try to go into sources and I add output capture.
Oh, you don't have to. It's right in the audio mixer. It's right beside it.
I have audio input capture, Discord audio, mic aux, and mic aux 2.
Here, I'm gonna do this. I'll show you what I mean. Maybe you'll see my screen.
Are you in Discord?
Yeah, I'm just gonna share my screen live in Discord. Cool. So when I open OBS, this is what I'm talking about right here. So this is me, and this is you guys. That's how I know you guys are talking, and the music. So it's all right here.
I'm not seeing anything.
Oh, do you not see? You don't see? Oh. Why? Hold on. That's weird. That's weird. Here, I'll just send a screenshot of what I'm talking about, because I don't know why I didn't show you. Victor, are you there? Did you fall asleep? Actually, no shit, Rumpin. Did he really fall asleep? Because that'd be kind of funny. Alright. I'm just gonna post it here so you see it. Oh, wrong, not there. So you see the two sound bars at the middle there? Like if you click on that picture, I have desktop audio that I can turn up and down, and that's you guys and the music that's playing in the background. And I have my mic audio, which is the second one.
So I have so much stuff.
Well, I don't know where Victor went. I sent him a message in Discord. He did not answer, so I'm just gonna roll his initiative and we'll see what happens. I think I rolled twice. Yeah, he's a 20.3, 20.13. But Kaishar rolled a natural 20, so with initiative, he's still gonna break it. I'm just gonna put Kaishar above him because I like natural 20s. They're fun. Cool. All right, so basically the way this will go is you guys will. Oh, look, you're on the right road anyway. You guys should be able to. Yeah, let me make sure this is right. So if you guys look in your Roll20, how you have all these options. You have so many options. Yeah, I don't know why you have those there. I'd have to look at that later and see. That's all kinds of crazy. But yeah, if you guys look in your Roll20 options, you see that there is like the settings button and there's your chat button. You have like the 4 options or 5 options up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So you see how there's the one that looks like a bulleted list.
Yeah.
If you click on that, it should take you to the macros, and there should be the option to like enable macros or something. It's different for me.
Show macro quick bar.
Yeah, show macro quick bar. And I don't know if you see the one that says pie table, if there is one, or if pie table appears under your DM or whatever on the names.
Rollable tables.
Yep. So if you click on pie table, it should make something happen.
Roll or token?
Roll.
This is in
Boom.
D&D or
It's
Roll20?
in Roll20. Cool. Cool. All right. So you guys should see it there. That's the pie table that I made for the pie eating game.
The pie cast grease as you swallow it.
That's for Pete specifically. But anyway, so the way this game works is mechanically, you guys all, every round that you eat a pie, you'll make a Constitution saving throw. And there's a set number, which is different for each member of the party based on what you roll on the pie table and how far along you are in the eating of the competition, in the eating competition. So you should be able to automatically roll on the pie table like Pete just did. If you cannot, I can roll on it for you. That is perfectly fine. Yep.
Did I do it?
Yes, you did.
Yaha!
So
I'm a goat.
you
Turn
are
into a goat in
you
1 minute.
are a goat. So basically, the way this works is you guys start with a Constitution saving throw of 5, which is pretty easy to pass. And every time you eat a pie, it adds 2 to that number. So eventually, your DC will be so high you will fail. Like it's just not possible to not fail. But every time you eat a pie, you roll on the pie table, and whatever happens, happens. Some are good, some are bad. There's 10 different options, and that will affect how your game goes from then on. I had a pen. Where'd it go? All right. So he sits in front of you all. Some very sweet smelling berry pies. And Kaishar, you are first in the pie eating line. So I need you to go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw first of all.
Okay.
Hopefully you beat a 5. I hope you beat a 5. If not, you're gonna have a bad time. 11. Cool. You passed for sure. So now roll on the pie table.
Okay.
So the pie explodes in your stomach, and you take, ooh, that's rough. You take 8 actual damage to your stomach as this pie
Positive.
explodes. It's an
As
explosive.
a changeling, can I change the size of my stomach?
You can, but it won't reduce the damage, unfortunately. But yeah, so your DC for the next round is now 7. So you have to pass a Constitution saving throw of 7, or else you throw up your pie and you lose. Neo, who I don't know if Victor is back or not, wherever he was. I don't really want to roll for him, but I will, because I'm not afraid. He rolled a 10. Cool. He passed. A pie doubles in size, and all future DCs increase by 4, basically 4 every round instead of 2. So currently, he is now at a 7. It'll go up by 4 every round instead of 2. That's the worst one to get. Golos, you are up. Alex. There it is.
Okay. Let's see.
So roll a Constitution saving throw.
Con save. Damn. Hey.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Nice job. So go ahead and now roll on your pie table. Did you turn the macro on?
Turn the macro on.
Yeah, so if you go into your, so where your settings is for Roll20, how you have those 4 options up like at the top of chat, you have like the chat bubble and then like a few other things. If you go to the one that looks like a bulleted list, that's your macros, and you click on that and it should say like show macro something or other. There you go. So you now have disadvantage on your next check because it's mixed with energy from another plane. So your next check, you have disadvantage on. So, because you're eating a strawberry necrotic pie. Oliver, go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw. Nice. Totally pass. So now roll on the pie table and see what you get. You are immediately disqualified. you eat this pie, and then all of you just see Oliver just disappears 5 miles away. He's like chomping down, whoa, no, bye. And you just hear this gnome just cackling and laughing.
Am I still a goat?
No, you were never a goat. That was just a test roll.
Oh.
I mean, you can be a goat if you want to be a goat. I won't stop you from being a goat. But yeah, so you basically will have to spend, you're 5 miles away, and fighters are built to be athletes. So by the time they finish the pie eating contest, a few minutes later, you'll basically like you've sprinted back. Like once it's over, the magic will pop you back. So I'm gonna make you not invisible, so you can actually. I'll just do this. Oops, wrong button. Shit. Now you're part of the map, which is not where you should be. Damn.
Well, I will just pour myself another drink and
That's
get
fine.
in this field.
I'm just gonna put you over there, just so you know. Cool. I'm gonna take you out of the order. Kaishar, it is you up. You have now a DC of 7 on your Constitution saving throw. And I think you had. Oh, you took damage. So cool. Yep. So go ahead and roll your Constitution saving throw. You failed.
Ouch.
So, as you go to chomp down this pie, you vomit this pie up, and you're immediately disqualified from the contest. Victor, are you back? He's probably asleep. All right, cool. So I guess I'll just roll it for him. See if he loses. Probably not. He rolled 12. He passed, and oh yeah, the pie insults him. I forgot that was in there. What did he roll? He rolled an 8. So, because he failed it, because he was being insulted by the pie he was eating, he also starts throwing up and fails. You little bitch, that's the best you can eat me out, huh? Fuck you, bitch, you can't do this. And he throws up. Golos, I mean, you win the competition,
God.
but I want to see what you roll. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
You passed. Roll a pie table.
Oh God.
Make a wisdom save. Or get painfully personal insults yelled at you by the pie you were eating.
Like what?
You passed. So you
I would
managed
have
to,
said, what in the Council of Ricks?
right? You managed to push through the painful insults of these pies.
I'd like to hear some of these insults.
No, to you. I said I would have said, what in the...
Do you want me to call his dad? I can just ask him for some.
Yeah.
It'd be painfully personal. Like, Rob, insult your son for me. Do it.
Yeah, that would be kind of mean, but fair.
It would be the pie. It wouldn't be me. It would be the meat pie. All right, so, I mean, you win this round, but he awards to you, and you can disperse this however you so choose within your party. It's this. You get a necklace of beads of nourishment, and there are 7 beads on there. So basically, you get 7 days worth of rations for the pie game.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
It's just another little uncommon magic item that you don't have to attune to. It's just you can give this stuff to whoever you want. You just get 7 days worth of rations on this bead. Once you pull the bead off and you eat it, it's obviously gone. So you have 1 week's worth of rations for not choking to death on pie.
Nice.
Right. So Victor hasn't responded to anything I've said, so I don't know if he is asleep or if he's having issues or what.
I think he might be asleep or dead on the shitter.
That's also true. He could have vagaled down and died.
Or both.
True.
Inactive for now.
Yep. So let me ask this. Do you guys want to play the last game and then call it for the night, or just call it here?
Oh, we're done with the game?
There's one more mini game if you want to play it. This game is over. It went by a lot faster than I thought it would, because you all got disqualified pretty quickly, like in the first round. So, it's just the way the dice rolls.
I don't know. I feel like we're a couple members down in the party. Maybe we should just call it.
Okay. Well then, we can save that mini game for another time. It's more fun with more people anyway. It's effectively just out of game, so you know what it is. You know in Mario Kart, the like combat game you can do?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's that. Yeah, it's that.
Yeah, that sounds like it would be more fun with not 3 people.
Yeah, it's fun with more people.
Okay.
But so I'll save that one for next time. And since we're down 2 people, what we can do is we'll just pick up from here next time. You guys are basically completed 3 of the 4 mini games. And then if Ty is with us at that point too, you can have both wands and give one of those wands, Kellen, to Ty if Ty is with us at that point. If he comes and plays, then he'll just get the wand of conducting, which kind of makes sense because he's a bard. So yeah, if he's with us in the next game, I'll retcon and give him that wand, and then we'll play the bumper cars game because I like it because it's fun, and I think it's a fun game to play as a player. It's just interesting to play a Mario Kart game in D&D. At least I think it is. And then we can just continue from there because it's hard to split a party when it's unexpected. People just can't make it, or someone just drops out in the middle. It's hard for me to split up.
That makes sense, man.
Oh yeah. for
Yeah,
sure.
that does.
I'm reading back at some of the things the pie is doing, painfully yelling personal insults at you.
You're just like your father.
Ah, no, that's it. So my other D&D campaign, my character's name is Chuck, and his basic storyline is the entire Man Named Sue song. He's half demon, and his human father left him, but first named him Chuck, and he got that name because he chucked him across the room when he first held him. So he's on a mission to hunt down and find and kill his father.
That's funny.
Did we lose Win?
I think we did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
I think
randomly
that-
cut out while he was explaining the difficulties of splitting a party.
There he is.
Oh, here he is. Win.
When will you be on?